Good morning, students. Welcome back to another online English class. I am teacher Lorena, and today we're gonna check a review that we were checking last time. So we're gonna use the practice book for this time. So here we go. Okay, to begin with, we're gonna start with some relative clauses. As you know, the relative clauses are the words or the phrases that you're gonna use. For example, we have who, which, that, where, how, okay? So in this part, we have number one, use a relative clause to combine the sentences. And we have two sentences. And in this case, we are talking about the book of Harry Potter and the Deathly Hallows, which in the movies, I think it's part 1 and part 2. But yeah, it's a nice movie. And I haven't read the book, but I think it's also good, they said. So in this part, you have letter A. Dumbledore is an important character in the Harry Potter books. He is a headmaster of Hogwarts. So we are going to make it only one by saying Dumbledore, who is an important character in the Harry Potter's books, comma, is headmaster of Hogwarts. Okay, so we have the first part, and then we're gonna try to answer the second one. Okay, so for letter B, it's about Peter Pan. Okay. Never Never Land is a fantasy world. Peter Pan lives there. What do you think would be the correct answer? Do you know? Try to answer by yourself. So, excellent. We have the first answer, and it is Never Never Land is a fantasy world where Peter Pan lives. Notice that in here we use where, okay? Because we're talking of the place. So that is why we have that answer. Excellent. Let's go with the next. In letter C, it says, lots of people love Bellatrix Potter. She is a Beatrix Potter. I was thinking about the movie. She was a talented painter and author. So what do you think is the correct answer? Think for a moment. And here we have the answer. Lots of people love Beatrix Potter, who was a talented painter and author. So in here, I am using who, because I am talking about the person, okay? If I am talking about a person, I am going to use always who. So, very good. Then we have The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe is the first book in the Narnia Chronicles. It was published in 1950. Which could be the correct answer? So, the correct answer is The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, which was published in 1950, is the first book in the Narnia Chronicles. So in here, I am using which, okay? So I am using this one because in here you can say we are talking about the book, okay? So for the book, you can also say that or which. I think in this case is more probable which, okay? So very good. Then we're gonna have the ring in the novel The Lord of the Rings has special powers. Frodo Baggins has to destroy it. So how can you change that into only one sentence? So excellent. We have the ring that Frodo Baggins has to destroy in the novel The Lord of the Rings has special powers. In here, we are using that because we are referring about an object, in this case a ring, okay? So excellent. Now we have letter F. Sherlock Holmes has an arch-enemy. His name is Professor Moriarty. Moriarty? Yeah. Okay. So in this case, what would be the correct answer? So to finish, we have this sentence. Sherlock Holmes has an arch-enemy, whose name is Professor Moriarty. And in here, we are using whose because we are going to introduce the name of the professor, okay? So whose, remember, is about belonging. So excellent, very good everyone. Good job. Remember to take your notes so you can have everything to deliver to me in the next class. Okay, continuing with the class, we're going to do this little exercise, okay? And it's page 62, and I want you please to do it also and to try to solve it by yourself. Remember, it's important for you to practice. It's not only that we are answering something, okay? It's important for you to practice, to check your answers, to check everything so you can understand these topics because they are like a little bit complicated, okay? So in this part, it says rewrite the sentences. Letter A is already done. I only ever read detective novels. So that doesn't sound pretty good. So we have to rewrite them, and in here it says, the only books that I've ever read are detective novels. Okay, so that sounds much better. Then we have letter B. I met a student in the library who wants to be a writer. Okay, so what can be the second sentence? Do you have the answer already? So we have the first one already, and in here we have the student I met in the library wants to be a writer. Okay, so yeah, that's the correct form of how we're gonna write that sentence. Then the next one. The ending spoiled the novel. It was the ending that spoiled the novel. Okay, and here we have to use that so the sentence has coherence. Okay, so letter D. I highly recommend seeing Divergent. Yeah, it's a good movie. So a movie I highly recommend seeing is divergent. Okay, so in this part we also don't need to use the that, which, whom, okay, because it's not pretty like necessary. Then we have, I love reading romance novels on Sunday afternoons. What I love reading on Sunday afternoons are romance novels. And finally, we have, I saw a boring play at the local theater. The play I saw at the local theater was boring. As you can see, it's not like always forced like for you to use the relative clauses, okay? So it's only in some cases. In this case, we were using them because um, in some of them, okay, it is necessary. But if not, you can skip them. So I think next page we're gonna do it later on class so we can continue practicing. So please take all the notes because you're gonna use them. Uh, don't forget to write your name on the chat in the Zoom class because I am gonna be calling attendance, and I think that's it. Okay? Have a nice day. See you. Take care and goodbye.